Hello and welcome to Center Ice Cardcast, your one-stop podcast shop for all things hockey cards. My name is Eric Andrews, also known in the hobby as Hammerhawks, and I'm joined by my co-host and fellow hobbyist Aaron Goldstein, better known as Crease Collector. So today is obviously a little bit different of an episode, and though it's not, something necessarily new, we have done this before, but this episode is actually going to be a group break, and we'll be doing another box of 2003-04 Topps Pristine. And this is a product that, I've mentioned, we've opened on the podcast before, but it's a product that I love and I think is honestly one of the most underappreciated hockey products ever made. And, you might hear that and say, well, why do I like it so much? Well, in my opinion, it's arguably one of the nicest looking hockey products ever produced, like across any manufacturer, any year, any era, anything. As you will soon see if you're not familiar with the product, every single card in the product is absolutely beautiful. From the base cards themselves to the memorabilia cards to the parallels, everything in the product is just absolutely stunning, especially in person. They look nice in pictures, but in person, they are just absolutely spectacular cards. The product kind of has like a classy look to it and a feel to it. And then it kind of combines that element with not only the classic Topps chrome look, but also then all of the refractors that go all throughout the product, which just creates a very special product, just as far as the actual, physical cards themselves. But then, of course, it doesn't hurt for there to be two huge name rookies in the class, obviously with our guy, Marc-Andre Fleury, who we both very much enjoy, and Patrice Bergeron as well, both of whom will absolutely be surefire Hockey Hall of Famers. And, so combining all of those things into one product makes it really easy to fall in love with. So if you guys have not seen this stuff before, you're going to love it. It's just an awesome product. And I'm really excited that we can open up another box for you guys and, share it with our listeners, doing it through a group break. So we're going to get into the randoms. Just a little background. It's like I said, a team random break, 30 spots as there were 30 teams back in the day. So we have our participants that I will go through in a minute here. And the 30 teams will randomize both lists 3 times, and that's who each person will get. Once we have done those randomizations and announced who has who, we'll give like 15-ish minutes in case you guys want to make trades. That's perfectly fine. If you do want to do that, please just go ahead and comment on this Facebook video, or you can send us a message on our Instagram or our Twitter accounts. It's probably easier if you do it through Facebook, just because that's kind of where we're looking right now. But just get a hold of us, and as long as everybody's on board with the trade, we'll make that switch. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over here to, let's see here. I'm not good with the sharing screen thing. Hold on, guys. Making sure I'm going to the right thing here. Let's try this. Okay. Not wanting to share the screen, which is great. Okay, I think that might have done it there. Okay, there we go. Aaron, can you confirm that you can see that list there?
You're good.
Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to go down the list of people who are involved in the break, so everybody can see that they do in fact have their spots here, and you can hear, who else is involved. So John Malone from Facebook has 2 spots. Mark Church, who is the Marky Mark 88 on Twitter, has a spot. Brad Rutherford, who is backhand_sauce2 on Instagram, has 2 spots. Adam Janzak has a spot. Neil Brandemark has a spot. Kieran Joyce stepped up big time for this break. Special shout out to him. He took 6 spots in this break. So obviously Kieran will have a good shot at some good stuff here. Got Kelly Mumper, who is NorCal Box Breaks on Twitter, has a couple spots. Ryan Bernicki, who is at Ryan Bernicki on Twitter, has 3 spots. David Schneider, who is at Schneider on Twitter, has a spot. Jamie Hill, who is Honeymoon Capital Hockey Cards on Instagram, has 2 spots. Noah Forte, who is Noah Forte 2 on Instagram, has 2 spots. Matt Gieser, who is at Natural Matt Trick on Twitter, has 4 spots. Greg Tkach, I'm not sure if I got your last name right. I apologize if not, Greg, but Greg has a spot. Dan Feichtel, who is South Florida Dan on Hobby Insider, has a spot. And Ryan Martin, who is Rat King Cards on Instagram, has a spot. So I'm going to go ahead and randomize all of you guys 3 times. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. We will copy all of you guys and drop you in here. All right, and we'll do the same thing for the 30 NHL teams that were in existence at that time. So Anaheim, Atlanta, Boston, Buffalo, Calgary, Carolina, Chicago, Colorado, Columbus, Dallas, Detroit, Edmonton, Florida, Los Angeles, Minnesota, Montreal, Nashville, New Jersey, the Islanders, the Rangers, Ottawa, Philly, Phoenix, Pittsburgh, San Jose, St. Louis, Tampa, Toronto, Vancouver, and Washington. Again, randomize those teams 3 times. There's 1, there's 2, and there are 3. And we will drop those in to the screen here. And here we go. So John Malone has the New Jersey Devils. Jamie Hill has the Calgary Flames. Matt Gieser has the Buffalo Sabres. Kieran Joyce has one of the big boy teams in the Pittsburgh Penguins. Brad Rutherford has the Ottawa Senators. Mark Church has the Chicago Blackhawks. Greg has the Colorado Avalanche. Adam has the San Jose Sharks. Neil has the Vancouver Canucks. Brad has the Islanders. Kieran has the Blue Jackets. Noah Forte has Edmonton. Ryan has Nashville. Matt Gieser has Washington. Ryan has the Rangers. Kieran has Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. Ryan has the Canadiens. Kelly has Phoenix. Kieran has the Ducks. Noah has the Dallas Stars. Kieran has Florida. Matt Gieser has Carolina and Boston. Boston obviously being another one of the big boy teams because of Bergeron. David has the Blues. Kelly has Los Angeles. Dan has Toronto. John Malone has Detroit. Jamie has Minnesota. And Ryan has the Atlanta Thrashers. So again, I'm going to give you guys some time here to talk trade in the chat if you want, or you can use these usernames and everything to get a hold of people. I'm going to try and actually drop these into Facebook as well, just to help you guys out with that, because I know last time that was kind of a struggle. Let's see if I can do that. But yeah, we will give you guys, let's say, until about 2:25-ish, somewhere around there to make trades. Again, just go ahead and comment on the chat if you are. Greg, I don't know if you are watching right now or not. If you are, I know that Kieran expressed to me that he was hoping to trade for Colorado if they would be available. And looking at his teams, let's take a look. Columbus would be available, Philly, Tampa, and Anaheim, I believe he said he would be willing to trade. Yes. So any of those 4 teams, if you would be willing to trade Colorado for any of those 4 teams, go ahead and let us know, and Kieran would be willing to do that. But I'm going to add these teams in to the live chat here as well, just so you guys can see all those. Might have to do it individually, so I apologize. And as soon as I'm done posting all of these, I will also kind of give a rundown of the product, just so you guys know kind of what's in the product if you're not familiar with it, just because it is a product that a lot of people aren't familiar with, given that it was a one-off product, and just not being an upper deck product, or not being a product that's still around. A lot of people aren't familiar with the product, unfortunately. So I will get to that as soon as I can, as I get through these. While I'm doing that, Aaron, do you want to? I know you've seen the product a couple times. Do you want to talk about some cards that you might want to see pulled today?
I think it's just all the flurries. I know
Absolutely.
we had one last time and it was pretty cool. I think we had just the base rookie, but any one of those would be really cool to see again. And I think we had, or I think you picked it up, the Patrick Waugh patch. Super cool. So any one of those guys I think would be amazing. Just looking for some cool goalie cards. Not picky. Or some
There you
rodeo.
go. Of course. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'll go into more detail, but just off the top of my head, I know that there are so many big names in this product. Like you said, there's Waugh, there's Brodeur, there's Yzerman, there's Lemieux. All of the superstar players from that era are pretty much in this product. Yager, Korea, Solani. They might not have a base card, they might not have memorabilia, but they're all sprinkled in there in some way, shape, or form. So it's just really cool to see. Who all is in the product, and it's a very, very loaded product. Even if you don't get one of those huge name rookies, you're probably still going to get something pretty darn nice. So that's what's really cool about it, in my opinion, as well. Sorry, guys, just trying to get through all of these so you guys know who has what. And of course, I mean, you guys can see what's on the screen currently too. Wish there was an easier way of doing this, but I don't think there really is. Almost done, guys. Getting down to the bottom here. Hmm. Almost there. And the last one. Okay, so everybody's teams should be posted there in the live chat. And again, if you are interested in trading, just go ahead and comment in there and we'll make sure that we get that taken care of. But I'm going to go ahead, stop screen sharing here. I'm going to go back and just do a bit of a run through here so you guys can kind of hear more about the product before we get going and hear more about what's in the product. So obviously, the most unique thing about Topps Pristine is the configuration of the box. as it was extremely unique, extremely innovative. Still something that you really don't see in the hobby outside of Topps Pristine. Topps does still make Topps Pristine for baseball. I actually won a box of 2022 Topps Pristine through a Twitter contest and was able to open that up last year, which was really fun because I'd already opened Topps Pristine hockey. So seeing the baseball iteration was really cool. But we're all used to just packs within a box, and that is still true for Topps Pristine, but it's so much more than that. They use what is called tri-packs for the product, which means a pack inside of a pack inside of a pack. Now, you'll see exactly what I mean by that when we do go ahead and open the box, but to kind of explain the concept a little bit, the first quote-unquote outer pack holds one uncirculated card plus another pack. That second pack holds a memorabilia card plus another pack. The third pack holds all of the base cards, the rookie cards, and then the autograph cards are also inserted into those as well. And then out of the 5 tri-packs within the box, one of those tri-packs has a fourth pack, which holds a mini card. And then you'll also see once we open the box, but each box comes with a box topper pack that holds one of the gold refractor cards, which are all numbered out of 33. Those gold refractors are, I think a lot of people would say probably the big chase cards of the product. There are a lot of other nice cards too, but that's kind of the parallel that everybody wants. And, in my opinion, those are among the nicest parallel cards ever made, for hockey cards, in my opinion. They just look absolutely spectacular, especially in person. So with that context of the product, kind of how it works, we'll go through what is actually in the product. So there's 100 card base set of veterans. There are 4 per pack, so you get 20 veteran base cards per box. And one thing I didn't note earlier, but there are, I've done some calculations just based on print runs and odds and everything. And there are, according to my calculations, 6,270 boxes that were made. And, that is so limited for a mainstream product. I mean, this stuff was very limited at the time, which is why it's basically impossible to find, at this point, almost 20 years later. It's just a very scarce product, was back then, obviously is today. So if you take that box count of 6,270, that would equate to the base cards having a print run of roughly 1,250 copies each, which again, for a mainstream product, that's pretty scarce, all things considered, when you compare it to an Upper Deck Series 1 or something like that. Obviously, nowadays we have, high-end products like the Cup that are, $249 and stuff like that. But for unnumbered, kind of just standard cards, that's a pretty limited print run. The rookie cards are a little bit confusing. There are 30 different rookies that are included that combine to make the 90 card rookie checklist, because each of the 30 guys has 3 different levels of cards. There are the commons, which are the true rookie cards, which are numbered out of 1199. There are the uncommon, which are numbered out of 699. And there are the rares, which are numbered out of 199. So essentially there are 90 different rookie cards, even though there are only 30 players that make up those 90 cards, like I said. And then take that 190 card checklist for the vets and the rookies. All of those cards have a refractor parallel and gold refractor parallels. Like I said, the golds are out of 33, no matter who it is, no matter what it is, 33. The refractors are a little bit different. The veterans are all numbered out of 59. And then for the rookies, it depends which level it is. The commons are out of 499, the uncommons are out of 199, and the rare refractors are numbered out of 59. And then each of those 190 cards on the checklist also has all 4 printing plates inserted into the product as well. Again, if you take the box count, take the total number of printing plates, you should get a printing plate roughly 1 in every 8 boxes. Out of the stash of boxes that I had, I opened a box for myself. We did a group break on the podcast last year, and then I did sell a box that was used in a group break, for somebody else. And out of those 3 boxes that have been opened, I have not seen a printing plate pulled. So, maybe we'll get one today. We'll see. I did mention the mini cards earlier, those that are 1 per box. There are 40 different players on that checklist. And then there is actually a mini autograph as well of J.S. Jaguar, which I'll talk a little bit more about later. But 40 cards on the mini card checklist, 1 per box. Moving on to the quote unquote hits. So for memorabilia, there's a few different inserts. There's the Pristine Portions jersey cards. There are 35 players on that checklist. Probably the biggest name there is Patrick Waugh. All of the Pristine Portions jerseys have refractors numbered out of 25 as well. And then there are also Pristine Portions stick cards, which has a checklist of 12 players, highlighted by the likes of Mark Messier and Steve Yzerman. There are refractor versions of those numbered out of 10, which I'm sure those are really cool. I haven't seen one of those, but I'm sure those are really nice. There are Pristine patches, which are obviously patch cards. And though they're not serial numbered on the card, they have a print run of 50. There are 41 players on that checklist, with Patrick Waugh probably being the most notable. And then there are refractor parallels of those, which are numbered out of 10. That is what Aaron alluded to earlier. I have one of those Patrick Waugh Pristine patch refractor cards. Absolutely stunning in person, just a beautiful card. So it would be really cool if we were able to get a Pristine patch refractor. And just kind of going back to that box count again, the odds for pulling a Pristine patch, whether it be just a basic one or a parallel, would probably be about 40%. We did get one, I think, in my personal break, but did not get one in the group break. And I don't believe the one that was sold for another group break had one. So 1 out of 3. So very well might get one today. Hope we do, because those are cool cards. Moving on, there are the popular demand relic cards, which feature 25 different players. Those have some big names like Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr. They also have refractors, which are either numbered out of 25 or 10, depending on who the player. Those cards are absolutely stunning. I used to have a Paul Kariya, which I actually sold to Kieran, who's participating in our break. He is a big Paul Kariya collector. And I had the Kariya refractor of that had a part of the jersey tag. And that is one of the most beautiful cards I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, hopefully we get one of those today, because they're really, really nice cards. Moving on to the autographs, those are generally 1 per box. I have seen boxes that have not had an autograph. I have seen boxes that have had 2 autographs or even 3 autographs. So you don't really know what you're going to get as far as autographs, but generally speaking, it's 1 per box. There are only 7 players on the autograph insert checklist: Mari Turco, J.S. Shiger, Milan Hajduk, Rick Nash, Marcus Naslund, Marty St. Louis, and Stanislav Chistov. Obviously, 6 of those guys had pretty decent careers and 1 did not. So we all kind of know who the one to avoid there is. But you know, those are really nice cards as well. Just a really interesting design. They're like very dark, but they really pop in person. So again, really nice cards. And I think, actually speaking, going back to Kieran, I believe he's actually been working on that autograph set. So hopefully he can get something that he needs for his set. All of those autographs do also have a gold parallel, which are numbered out of 25. I believe those would be in one of the uncirculated cases and would take that spot instead of just a normal refractor. Whereas otherwise, any of the refractors are in the uncirculated part of the tri-pack. And then I mentioned a little bit earlier, but there is a chase card for the mini auto of J.S. Shiger. Those have a print run of probably either 99 or 100, depending on kind of how the odds in the box count work out. I highly doubt that we're going to see that one today, because I beat the odds in episode 54 when I opened a box for myself and pulled that card. So the odds of getting another one within the same batch of boxes is probably pretty slim. Just gonna throw that out there. I would say that's pretty unlikely. So I think that should be a pretty good rundown as far as what's within the product. Aaron, have you noticed anyone wanting to make any trades in the chat?
Not right now, but I can give it another look.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, I know that John's asking. I guess no one wants to trade, so I haven't seen anything here. But I guess they're all set with their teams. So.
Okay. I'm gonna pull it up as well and just make sure. Here. I don't believe Greg is in the chat here at all, fortunately. I'm going to give you guys a few more minutes just in case. I know there were some people that wanted to be able to watch, and we're running tight on time. So to buy a little bit more time, maybe about 5-ish more minutes, we're going to do kind of a fun little bonus segment of the show here today. Special shout out to Upper Deck and Paul at Upper Deck, who recently sent us a little bit of a care package, and included in that was a box of 21-22 SP Game Used CHL edition. So we're going to break this open and see what we get. Obviously, being a Chicago Blackhawks fan, I really hope that there's a Connor Bedard card in here, because I would love to get a Connor Bedard card for my collection. Figured that this would kind of be a good way to address the lottery that happened recently. Obviously, like I said, I am thrilled with how that went. Obviously, there's a lot of people that aren't thrilled with how that went, but I think the league is better off when the Hawks are good. And, for the hobby, I think it's going to be great to have Bedard in a big market, as opposed to if he went somewhere like Arizona or, Columbus or something like that. So not there would have been anything wrong with that, but I just think that generally speaking, it's, a good thing for everybody that Connor Bedard is going to end up as a Chicago Blackhawk. So let's see if we can get a card of Mr. Bedard. I do not have a single Connor Bedard card. So for those who are not familiar, there are 5 packs per box. You get, I think, pretty much 4 hits per box. Looks like this first pack might be kind of thick, so I'm going to move that to the back. I think you get 1 premium relic, 1 auto, and then 2 additional hits per box. So let's see what we got. First one I like. It's a silver numbered out of 249, Colton Dach. Of course, younger brother of Kirby Dach, and he is a Blackhawks prospect, so I like that one.
Really nice cards, too.
Yes, yeah, they pop really nicely. Really nice foil board. I know we talked about this with Billy back in the day, but they just look really nice. Next up, that's a nice one. We've got an orange, numbered out of 499. This is another good name. Prospect for the Anaheim Ducks, Olin Zellweger, who's obviously had a really good season. So that's a nice one there. Next up, we've got our first memorabilia card, a red jersey for the Saskatoon Blades, Trevor Wong. Can't say I know a ton about him. Not sure if he's been drafted or not. On to the next pack. This is a quick break. It's 5 packs, 3 cards per pack, so it'll go really quick. Ooh, we got a nice card. All right, very nice. The last card of the pack is in a sleeve, so if anyone is familiar with this product, you know what that means. First up, we have got a silver out of 249, Zach Stringer. The wrong Regina Pat, unfortunately. Next, we've got, that's a good one, orange out of 499, Dylan Genther, obviously a Coyotes prospect who's had a really good junior career. And then the last card of the pack, which this is definitely a good one. Can't say I'm very familiar with the player, but it is one of the uniform number, the jersey numbered base cards, which are autographed. And of course, that means they're a 1 of 1, unlike the other cards within the print run. This one's numbered 19 out of 19 of Justin Robida. So again, that's
nice.
A 1 of 1.
Not bad. I think that's, as far as scarcity, probably the best card of the both here on the podcast. 1 of 1.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
And comes with
a player
COA.
Collector would love that. That's cool.
COA on the back. It's actually a separate card, hence why it's in a sleeve.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really cool.
I know there's some CHL collectors I'm sure would love that.
Yeah. I wish I knew more about that guy. He's the captain of his team, but I can't say I know a whole lot about him. So not sure if he's any good or not. On to the next one, we've got an orange of 499, Connor Roulette for Seattle, who just won the WHL title. Next up, another good one of a draft eligible player for 2023. Numbered out of 499 orange, Zach Benson. Again, obviously that's a pretty good name there. And finally, we've got a new style orange numbered out of 99 of Ty Nelson. Pretty cool there. 2 packs left. Should be, I think they should both be memorabilia cards, I believe. You've got a silver out of 249, Oscar Olesen. And an orange out of 499 of Ryder Korshak. And a good name here on the back, a jersey of Wyatt Johnston, obviously with the Dallas Stars now, who are still in the playoffs. So that's a good one there. Then on to the fifth and final pack, which it feels like this has a patch card. And it does. First up, we got an orange, Brennan Othman. Another good name there, Rangers prospect. Another good name, orange, Logan Stainkoven. And finally, it's a nice one for sure. I believe this guy is a draft eligible prospect this year, or maybe his brother is. I'm not sure. You guys would know better than I would. But we've got a patch numbered out of 49, Francesco Pinelli. So pretty cool card there. Kitchener Rangers patch. Yeah, very cool. So yeah, nice box, especially with that 1/1 auto. Can't go wrong. So that was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed that. But yeah, just figured it would be good to briefly touch on the lottery and Bedard, and that this would be a fitting product to open while talking about that. So, all right, on to the main event, folks. Do we have any trades that you are aware of, Aaron?
Don't think so.
All right. Well, with that, let's get cracking. Good luck, everybody. Gonna turn this light on here. Drop this down so you guys can see. What's kind of cool, out of the stash of boxes that I had gotten, these were all owned still by the original owner who got these cards from the distributor back in 2004. And I don't know if he had a shop or if he was just a big time collector or what the deal was, but he would write on like one of his boxes of his stash what the box cost at the time. So at the time, this was a $200 box, which that's still a lot of money today. But you think back almost 20 years ago, $200 for a box of cards was a lot of money. So this was obviously very much a high-end product back then. And like we went through, you guys are going to see why. But yeah, kind of just cool to look back at what the hobby used to be and what it was and what it is now, especially considering that nowadays $200 for a box isn't super uncommon, but back then that was not very common at all. So kind of cool to just look back and see how far the hobby has come. And not a super long time. I mean, it's been a while, but hasn't been a crazy amount of time either. So let's get into this bad boy. And again, like I said, the gold refractor pack is going to be right on top here, and we will save that for the end. These are always really difficult to open for whatever reason. I don't know why. Don't want to rip it. There we go. Kind of. Got one side out. There we go. Okay. So here we go. Of course, they also gave you a checklist, which is really nice. I kind of wish that companies still did that. I just always enjoyed looking at the checklist when I would open something up. So here we go. We've got our gold refractor pack. As you can see, just going to set that aside. We'll come back to that at the end, since that's kind of like the big hit of the box. So we'll get into our first pack. Here we go. Again, they're tri-packs. You'll see what I mean. So we've got the outer pack here first, which will have the uncirculated card. This one does not want to open. Come on. And one other thing right before we get going, I'm still working on putting together the base set and still need quite a few of the rookies. So if there happens to be something that we get that I need, I will let you guys know, and maybe we can work something out. But just wanted to throw that out there. So our first uncirculated card is a rookie common refractor, number 443 out of 499 for the Atlanta Thrashers, Garnet Exelby. So not the biggest name, he certainly played for a while. I think he had a stop in Toronto as well, but just absolutely gorgeous cards. I mean, you can see how much the rainbow effect really stands out. Just absolutely beautiful cards. So even if it's not the most interesting name or team or whatever, They are just spectacular cards. So that's your first uncirculated card, first refractor, Garnet Exelby for the Atlanta Thrashers. Moving on, so you see within the first pack, then there's a second pack. This will have the first memorabilia card, as well as then another pack, which you can see here. So our first memorabilia card, let's see here. We've got a Pristine Portions for the Philadelphia Flyers, Eric Desjardins. So again, these cards kind of have that, classic Topps chrome type of finish on them. Just really, really, really nice cards in person. Obviously, game worn jersey there, so that's cool. And then on to the third part of the tri-pack, which is the base and rookie cards and potentially autograph card and potentially mini card. They're not wanting to open up. Okay. It looks like we might, I'll speak too soon, but this might be an autograph. All right. Oh, no, it's the mini pack. That's why. Okay, so first base card, we have Eric Comrie for the Edmonton Oilers. Again, these are just absolutely stunning cards in person. You guys will love them. If you have never owned one before, you will love having them. Next, we've got the mini pack, which I'll come back to that at the end of this pack here. Let's just get through the rest of these first. It's kind of sticking here. Okay, come back to that. Next up, we've got a common rookie for the Philadelphia Flyers, Joni Pikkanen, which is numbered out of 1199 on the back there. Next up, we've got an uncommon rookie for the New Jersey Devils, David Hale. I would have to double check, but off the top of my head, I think I might need that one. Next up, Aaron will like this one. Base card for the Washington Capitals, Olaf Kolzig.
Oh, the goalie. There we go.
Yeah, really nice card. And final base card of the pack, another goalie for the Buffalo Sabres, Marty Biron.
Beauty.
So there's a look at the base card design, just beautiful cards. Again, can't say that enough, but they are just stunning cards. And then we will come back to the mini card. Unfortunately, the best way to do this is with scissors. You just have to be really careful, of course, to make sure you're not cutting into the card. They do give you enough room to do it. Okay, we are into the mini pack. And again, these are one per box. See who we got here. It's a cool one for the Ottawa Senators, Patrick Lalime.
That's super cool. I know it's a mini, but compared to normal cards, it seems pretty big.
Yeah, it's definitely a large mini for sure. I'll grab a base card and you guys can kind of see. It's not much smaller.
Okay, there we go.
It is a little bit smaller, but not by much.
A little bit. Pretty cool.
Yes.
I always loved his Marvin the Martian mask.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely an iconic mask from that era for sure. On to pack number 2. So I would say that was probably a fairly standard tri-pack across the board. Next up, we've got a common rookie refractor for the San Jose Sharks, numbered out of 499, Milan Mihalik. Guy who had a pretty nice career, for sure. Again, these refractors are just absolutely beautiful. I mean, how can you not love that? Just stunning. Really cool. On to the second part of the tri-pack, which again will be a memorabilia card. These things are not wanting to open up. I guess after being sealed for almost 20 years, I don't blame them. All right. Got another Pristine Portions jersey card for the Montreal Canadiens, Saku Koivu. It's a good name there.
Nice. That's the next one.
Kind of has, it almost looks like, not really sure how to describe that. Just kind of like a little like scuffing or something on the top part of the swatch there. So again, game worn, you can definitely tell that there's some wear on that for sure. So that's cool. And on to the third part of the tri-pack. All right. Starting off with a base card for the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, Stanislav Chistov. Next up, it looks like we do have an autograph, potentially our only autograph of the box. And that's a nice one that I pulled from my personal box the first time. Again, for the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, J.S. Jaguar.
Very cool.
Yeah. And again, these have like a really unique, like kind of darked out look to them, but they just dance like crazy in the light, as you can see. I mean, they are just stunning cards. They are hard signed, just beautiful cards. So I believe, if I remember correctly, Kieran does have the Ducks. So that's going to you, Kieran. Hopefully you need Jaguar for your set. If not, I know you are out in California, so hopefully that would at least fit into your collection anyway. Next up, there we go. We've got one of the big boys. We've got a common rookie numbered out of 1199 for the Boston Bruins, Patrice Bergeron.
There we go. Big one.
That's definitely a good one there. I forget who has the Bruins, but congratulations. Obviously, one of the cards you're looking for sure. So I'm sure whoever has the Bruins is happy with that. Next up, I'm not sure who has the Predators, but whoever does, I am like 99% sure I need this card. It is a rare rookie, numbered out of 199, of Jordan Tutu. So that's a good one for sure. Tutu was, a better name within the rookie class for sure. I'm not sure if Name is watching right now or not, but obviously he's a big Tutu supporter. But yeah, whoever has the Predators, I'm pretty sure that's one I need for my set. So if you would be willing to work something out with me, let me know.
He is watching us.
Okay.
Hello. Just put a bunch of fire emojis in the chat. So I think
love that.
I think he's excited.
Love that. Next up, we've got for the Washington Capitals, Sergei Gonchar. Obviously a good name there. And final base card of the pack for the Detroit Red Wings, Brett Hull. Again, another very good name. So that was a heck of a base pack with the Jaguar auto, the Bergeron rookie, and the Tutu rare rookie. Very, very good pack there. That was pretty good. We'll see if we can top that. That'll be hard to do. Though we are starting off well with this next pack. We've got a veteran refractor numbered out of 59 for the Vancouver Canucks, Marcus Naslund.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
That is a really nice one. Also, I will have to check at some point before we finish, but I know Dan Feichtel, who is South Florida Dan on Hobby Insider, he is working on the refractor and gold refractor sets. So I'll have to take a look and see if any of these are cards that he needs for his set. If so, maybe you guys can get a hold of him and work something out. But I know he's getting close on the refractor set. So obviously, if we're able to get a card that he needs into his hands, that would be pretty cool. That's obviously something that we're big fans of, is helping each other out with your collections. On to the second part, we've got a Pristine Portions jersey for the Nashville Predators, Thomas Vokoun. More goalie mojo. Cool card. Obviously, Vokoun had a pretty nice career as well. And on to the base pack. All righty. All right, first off, we have got for the Colorado Avalanche, Rob Blake. Again, another good name. You guys are seeing how strong this veteran checklist is just already. Lots of good names here. Next up, we have got, I like that one. I would say this is probably my first ever favorite player. For the Chicago Blackhawks, Jocelyn Thibault. I was a goalie when I first started playing hockey, and he was the Blackhawks goalie at the time. So he was, obviously a very easy player to root for. Next up, we've got, to go with the refractor, the base rookie out of 1199 of Garnet Exelby for the Atlanta Thrashers. So whoever has Atlanta, you're on your way to working on the rainbow already. Next up, we've got an uncommon rookie out of 699 for the San Jose Sharks, Tom Pricing. Again, another guy who had a fairly decent career. Next up, again for the Atlanta Thrashers, base of Slava Kozlov. And final base of the pack for the Vancouver Canucks, Todd Bertuzzi. So there we go. There's the third pack. On to the fourth pack. See if we can get a nice memorabilia card, like a patch or a stick or even a refractor parallel or something would be pretty cool. And right on cue. I jinxed it in a good way. Whoever has Toronto, you will be very happy because we've got a popular demand refractor jersey numbered 19 out of 25, again, for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And again, I said at the beginning, these popular demand refractors are just stunning cards. Ty Domi.
Hey, there we go.
That is a sweet card.
I think Ty Domi himself will fight you over that card. That's nice.
That is a beautiful card. My goodness. Yeah, I feel like this design in particular amongst the memorabilia cards just works really well with the refractor finish. They just pop so nicely. So whoever has Toronto, congratulations. That is an absolutely beautiful card that you will very much enjoy. So happy to see a refractor memorabilia card come out. That's the first one that has come out of these boxes. Next, we now have another memorabilia card. So 2 memorabilia cards within this tri-pack. See what we've got here. Oh, this is the pack that keeps on giving. We have got a Pristine Patches, which again, these have a print run numbered out of 50. Unfortunately, it is just an all-white patch, but again, these are still really nice cards. Whoever has Ottawa, you are racking up quite the nice little Patrick Lalime collection here.
Ooh, that's nice.
So awesome to get a patch card again. It's just white, but still, these are really nice cards, especially in person. Really cool design, and yeah, can't go wrong with hitting.
Oh, a piece of the letter or
number or something.
Logo, maybe.
Yeah, who knows? But yeah,
really cool.
Really nice to get a patch card, of course. And onto the base pack now. I would say this has been a pretty good box so far. Getting a nice auto, Bergeron, 2/2, a patch, a refractor memorabilia card. We're doing pretty well. And of course, we still have the gold refractor pack. So don't forget about that. All right, base cards for this pack. We've got for the St. Louis Blues, Chris Pronger. Another great name. We've got for the Montreal Canadiens, Richard Zednik. We have got for the Florida Panthers, numbered out 1199, Gregory Campbell. Again, another guy who had a pretty decent career. We've got an uncommon rookie out of 699 for the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, Joffrey Lupul. I'm pretty sure, I think I need that one for my set, so Kieran will talk. For the Atlanta Thrashers, they are doing very well in this break. Danny Heatley, Mr. 50 and 07 himself. And finally, for the Vancouver Canucks, Marcus Naslund. And the Canucks are also doing well. And we also hit the Naslund refractor. So whoever has Vancouver, you are on your way to the Naslund rainbow as well. So that's cool. And on to the fifth and final tri-pack. Obviously, empty box there. We have got a common rookie refractor for the Anaheim Ducks. Just saw this guy, Joffrey Lupul. Again,
Not bad.
cannot overstate how nice these refractor cards are. They are
Especially with those jerseys too. Those
yeah,
old jerseys, super nice.
yeah. They are just stunning, stunning cards. You guys will love seeing these cards in person. On to the second part, which will be our last memorabilia card. We've got, that's a good one there. We've got a popular demand jersey card for the Detroit Red Wings, Pavel Datsyuk.
That's very cool.
That's a really cool one.
It's very Datsukian.
I feel like you don't see a whole lot of Datsyuk memorabilia cards for whatever reason.
Really.
So, especially from this era too. So that's a really cool one to get. Congrats to whoever has Detroit. And again, I'm very partial to that popular demand design. Just think they did a great job with it and it looks great. So congrats to whoever has Detroit. You will really like that card. And our final base pack. See if we can get a good rookie or maybe another auto. Doesn't look like we have an auto, but we're starting off with a very, very good name for the Washington Capitals, Jaromir Jagr. Next up, we've got for the Boston Bruins. You don't see this guy pictured with Boston very often, so this is pretty cool. You'll like this one, Aaron. Felix Potvin.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah, you don't see many of his Bruins cards. That's awesome.
Yeah, really cool. On to the first rookie. Very nice. I have to check if I have this one, but whoever has Nashville, we might be talking about this one as well. Numbered out of 1199, Jordan Tutu. Final rookie card for the Calgary Flames out of 1199, Matthew Lombardi. Next up, again for the Atlanta Thrashers, Pasi Nurminen. I feel like he's kind of a forgotten goalie that was kind of underappreciated.
I remember him.
I really liked his pads. They worked really well with the jerseys.
Yeah, those Vons are super nice.
Yep. And our final base card for the Colorado Avalanche, that's a good one, Joe Sakic.
Great way to end the base there.
Absolutely. So that's it for the tri-packs.
And was saying how lucky we've been on pulling those tutus from this break. So I would have to agree with that. Maybe we'll hit another one here. You never know.
True. We've got the grand finale, the die-cut gold refractor pack. So the veterans kind of have like a saw cut along the top, and then the rookies all have like a kind of like a jagged edge all the way around the card, whereas the veterans are just on the top. So it's pretty easy once you crack into the pack to see if you have a rookie or a veteran.
Anyway, it's the Brodeur. Let me know.
There you go. Good luck, everybody. It looks like we have a rookie from the looks of it. And it
Maybe it's Fleury. You never know.
It looks like it's a common, which in my opinion are the best looking gold refractors. So we will see who we've got here, but good luck, everybody. Our grand finale. Hopefully it's a good name. Okay. Numbered 21 out of 33. I'm not sure if Nick Zimmerman is watching, but he would really appreciate this card. For the Colorado Avalanche, Marek Svatos.
It's pretty cool. Nice.
Rest in peace, Marek. But yeah, that is just a stunning card. I mean, that is they're
those
beautiful.
Edges,
they're beautiful cards.
Cool. They look like a saw. You can cut
they're like that. They're very small, kind of like a sawtooth cut.
It's almost like
it's very interesting.
You know how they cut the packs and they have that sort of that edge? It's almost like they use like a pack cutter on the edges.
True. Yeah, it's interesting.
I'm sure it's not exactly the same, but very, very similar. Like that is really cool.
Yep. But there you have it, folks. There is our group break. There's our grand finale. Svatos is probably an above average name, I would say. I mean, my goodness, in 0506, he pushed Ovi and Crosby for that Rookie of the Year trophy. So he had a good career, albeit much too short, of course. But yeah, just a stunning card for sure. Whoever has Colorado, congratulations. Absolutely beautiful card for sure. So yeah, guys, that is going to do it for our box break. Thank you very much for those who participated. We'll come back up here, turn this off so I'm not blinded too badly. And yeah, I think that's pretty much going to do it as far as I'm concerned. Is there any takeaways that you have, Aaron, or anything you want to comment on?
I think just overall a super successful break. Got a lot of nice names, a lot of cool parallels. I mean, what's more to want from a break like this? You know, it's always cool seeing the old breaks from the past, and this was, you know, another one. So yeah, it's always fun when we open up a box like this. Super cool. We do tend to focus on a little bit of the newer stuff when we do you know, have a break like that CHL set, but I mean, just to break into the old stuff is always refreshing. So
yeah, absolutely. And I am glad that we did get a refractor memorabilia card. That Domi is just beautiful. Again, whoever has Toronto, congrats on that one. Yeah, lots of nice cards pulled here today. Hopefully you guys all did well. Hopefully everybody got something. Obviously that is the goal, you know, when we're doing this, is I really hope that everybody does get something. But obviously appreciate everybody that participated in this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's very enjoyable opening this stuff up. I'm really glad that I get to do this for you guys, and hopefully you enjoyed it. But yeah, don't want to ramble on too much here. We'll keep it under an hour here and leave it at that. So as always, please be sure to follow us on social media. If you're watching right now, you're already on our Facebook page, so give us a like on Facebook, as well as on Instagram and YouTube at Center Ice Cardcast, and on Twitter at Center Ice CC. Please also be sure to subscribe to the show on your podcast platform of choice to make sure you never miss a future episode. Until next time on Center Ice Cardcast, keep collecting those hockey cards.